Portis.
He is a competitor.
Nothing but net for Bobby.
Oh, he is back. And by the way, thank you, Bobby. I know it's the second night back-to-back. They have started officially, but we welcome you back. All right, can we talk about Giannis? I mean, you had a great spot for a 59-pointer last night. What's it like watching it happen? Can you tell there's a switch that's gone off? What's the bench like?
You know, first and foremost, you know, playing on a back-to-back is always tough. You know, obviously, you know, the day before. Well, with us, it was kind of cool to have a back-to-back at home, but for the NBA fans that don't know that, you know, NBA back-to-back is kind of, you know, gruesome. This is like our third back-to-back early on in the season, too.
Put it out there, BP.
You already had three.
Put it out there.
I have to tell the fans, like, it's not really just, you know, easy to
really understand,
you know, play a
sure.
back-to-back, let alone have 59 points on a back-to-back. So I think the thing that he did last night was kind of historic, especially with, you know, the season that we're having right now. You know, gruesome start to the season, obviously starting off 3-8, and then obviously having K-Mid out. Dame didn't play last night. I didn't play. You know, it was a big load on him to carry. I think other guys stepped up and played their roles really well, but he just kind of stamped it for us, getting the dub. We were down 18 at one point, 57-75. Stormed back to get the dub, so it was a big game for us. Even though it's early on in the season, we needed that win to the utmost.
Bobby, when I saw this Isaiah Stewart foul last night, I couldn't help but look for you on the bench and kind of wished you were playing because I'm sorry. I think this is dirty as hell, and especially doing this to Giannis. This isn't a basketball play. What's your take on this? Because I don't think there's a place for this.
Yeah, you know, obviously we're all competitors, and you know, obviously I respect Stu a lot. We compete. Obviously, we are in the same division, so I play against the Pistons 4 times a year, and you know, we always compete with them. You know, no matter what the record says, whatever it is, it's an NBA game. Guys compete, emotions go crazy, and you know, on this particular play, I don't think it was a basketball play. It was necessary, especially just to, you know, pull someone down by their jersey. You know, things could have got out of hand. He could have got hurt, or whatever it is. So definitely wasn't cause for, and definitely one of those things where I'm glad that, you know, he was okay after the fact.
Now, if you were on the floor and he didn't get ejected, is this something where you remember this and he's going up for a layup? Like, do you give him, like, or do you chuck him on a screen when he rolls? Like, is this something that you keep in the back of your head after it happens?
I wouldn't say that. More so with the refs, for sure, man. I always try to keep them in check, keep them intact, man, because, you know, I'm a guy that kind of gives kind of hard fouls every now and then as well. So if they let that one slide, they got to let one of mine slide, too.
Fair enough.
Hey, look, y'all fooling yourselves if y'all don't think Bobby go get his lick back for us, man. Next time they run into the Detroit Pistons, you fooling yourself. Bobby, team-wise, you guys not off to an ideal start, but y'all been able to put back-to-back wins together. What do you feel like? What's clicking? What's changing?
I just think for the most part, guys are just trying to settle into their roles. Sometimes it's tough when you add new guys that don't know our system, new guys that you know that kind of don't know how to play with other guys. You know, the chemistry and the camaraderie has to be built throughout the 82 games, and that's what the season's for, to go through the highs and lows. To, you know, obviously you don't want to, you know, lose 6 in a row like we did early on in the season. That's more of a mid-season thing or whatever it is. But you know, with us, you know, we're not panicking. There's no panic button. It's more so just, you know, we just needed just a little bit of straightening, man, a little bit of practice time, a little bit of time together, a little bit of building, a little bit of camaraderie, and, you know, obviously playing against the Raptors and the Pistons the last couple of days. But, you know, we needed those 2 dubs to the utmost to try to get back into this race. You know, one thing about the league, you don't want to fall too far behind in the race, because, you know, there's a big chance of you, you know, not getting into that play-in.
Yeah, Bobby, I was going to say, just looking at the standings, obviously it's 12 games into the season. But
still in the mix.
It's the East.
Yeah.
The home court advantage right now, the 4th seed is the Knicks with the 5 and 6 seed. So obviously it's not an ideal start, but is that something that you also keep track of? Like, look, the Eastern Conference is wide open this year. So although we got off to a pretty bad start, we're still right in the mix.
2 games out of 3rd.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
2-game winning
streak. Like, you got to think about it, like, the 3rd place team is 7 and 6. So essentially, if we would have won all our home games, we'll be what 7-5, 7-4. So like it's the room for error in the league is that small, right? Like losing, big games. We lost a couple huge ones to Cleveland, obviously at home. Donovan Mitchell hits the sidestep, game winner. Then we go to Cleveland, we're up 5, 6 points with a couple minutes to go. We blow that one. So a couple more wins, we're right in fifth, sixth place in this thing. So it's the margin for error is small, but to fans saying, "Oh, they're 4-8, they're done." It's not really like that, man. Couple wins, you're right back in the fold.
I know last season there was a bit of a struggle period, and y'all had the meeting, and Doc's like, "Everybody speak your mind." Did you guys do that already? Was there something like that that's already happened this year?
I just think for the most part, it's just more on the players, right? We're the ones out there working. We're the ones out there having to build that camaraderie. We're the ones having to know if someone pops, then the guy on the slot line has to cut. I think it's more of a chemistry thing, more of a read and react thing for us than getting together and figuring out things. So we just have to figure it out on the fly. Obviously there's not much practice time. There's not much time to get better together in those type of settings. So I think we have to use the games and as real preparation for the next game. Once Saturday comes, we have to be prepared for Charlotte. Then once Houston comes on Monday, the same thing. Because throughout the season, obviously we had back-to-back, so obviously today is a off day, so there's not a time to practice. Then you have tomorrow, which will be a travel day, so obviously you'll be in the gym for a short stint. So there's not as much time to build the camaraderie in practice. So you have to build the camaraderie through film, build the camaraderie through, playing in the game and knowing, it's your assignment, knowing the KYP, knowing your personnel on the other team. So we have to build it that way.
Bobby, you made it clear you guys aren't panicking. There's so much basketball to be played left. Now, in the media, there are a lot of rumors. Is Giannis going to ask for a trade? Are they going to fire Doc Rivers? Is that something that you guys communicate as teammates? Do you talk to Giannis about those rumors, or do you just kind of keep it business as usual?
Nah, man. Since I've been here this is my 5th year in Milwaukee, man. Every year I've been here, they've been talking about, Giannis leaving or whatever that is. So I think that's just like a every year rumor type of thing. That's kind of, it kind of gets a lot of clicks, right? Like obviously this year is getting more clicks because obviously our record is what it is right now, and guys, there's so much speculation around the team, so much speculation. Can this team get it done? Do we have the right player? Whatever it is, but us in our locker room, I think we're kind of close knit, and obviously there's no, I wouldn't say pressure, because obviously our end goal is to win the championship, and obviously if your goal is to win the championship, then obviously pressure is obviously a part of it. But for us, nah, man, I don't really listen to all of that, because we are trying to do something special. Guys in our locker room are locked in entirety, and we know what we have, and we know what we got to do to get it done.
How do you keep some of that stuff out? If your name is out there in trade rumors, where would you even see that? Or how do you try to keep that noise out? Is it even realistic to do that?
Nowadays, all you got to do is follow Sean.
Shoot, nowadays, all you got to do is have social media for real, man. There's so many different, fake pages that have, they have all these pages that have, NBA teams have all these pages that follow them, that kind of build them, that kind of follow their season, follow the players, follow what's going on with the team. And, nowadays there's so many fake pages trying to control the narrative, trying to create a narrative about certain guys, whatever it is. But over my career, I don't really pay attention to those things, right? I just try to focus on being the best Bobby Portis I could be on a daily basis, and letting the dominoes fall where they fall. Because at the end of the day, you can only control what you can control in this league, and that's your effort every day. That's your hard work every day. That's your being a good teammate, being on time, being the best version of yourself every day. So all the extras you really can't control. I just try to stay within myself, and just try to stay within being the best version of myself on a daily basis.
I had a wise vet once tell me, control what you can control, because at the end of the day, if you get traded, it's banks everywhere.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
Facts.
That is a wise bet.
Very
What do you
wise.
say again? What do you say? What do you say?
Control what you can control, because there's banks everywhere, man. Look,
Yeah,
there's
for
banks
sure.
everywhere. Control what you can control.
I like it.
Absolutely.
Bobby, you guys played Boston on Sunday, and there was a viral moment of
Oh,
Giannis
geez.
doing the whole fake handshake thing.
Yeah.
What do you take of that? Like, is that just Giannis being Giannis? Is that just who he is? Is he trolling? What's your thoughts on that?
What's crazy was I was in the game. I was on the right side in the right dunk. I think I had slid over because I seen he was going down. And I was actually on the left wing. And once he did it, I didn't really think much of it, right? Because, I'm not really looking at him fake handshaking anybody. I'm just getting back on defense because, the Celtics, they like to push the tempo. No matter if the shot's made or missed or they get a call, they like to get the ball out and push it right back at you. So I'm just getting back on defense, doing my assignment. I actually didn't see that clip until after the game, and I actually thought it was kind of funny, though, for real, because obviously we played them in the playoffs. Obviously, they're a team to beat right now, so just the magnitude of the game was fun, and sometimes you gotta have fun with it, man. Sometimes we take this too serious, and sometimes you gotta have fun with it. I think that was he doing at the moment. Wish we would have got the win, but it was still a fun game to play in. It went down to the wire. They ended up pulling off at the end, but it was a great game to play in for sure.
I mean, Jaylen Brown called him a child afterwards. I think both sides are funny in this particular one, but
I don't even know if that's an insult.
I was gonna say I don't know that it's an insult. He has a childlike quality about him. Giannis does with the
They
dad
always
jokes.
go at it though. If you followed our last couple years or whatever it is, they always been going at it though for a minute though. They always had these little back and forths, little technical fouls, little bumping each other. So I don't know if it's something brewing right there or there's something brewing, but it might be though, man. I don't know, man.
I like it.
Hey, Bobby, the Cavs are 13-0. You guys have played them twice. What feels different about this Cavs team and their approach this year opposed to last?
I just think their mentality is a little different, right? Obviously when you have the same group, for this is like their third season now together, so having the same group, having guys that kind of know their roles, know what they can do to help the team win, and then having your stars up their game and get better. I just think that's what's different about them. It's their mentality, their approach. And then once you start to win and feel what winning is like, you kind of get addicted to it, right? So doing the right things and winning, doing the right things to help you win kind of make you get addicted to the process. And that's what I see with them right now. They're kind of getting addicted to, winning, kind of get addicted to how to win and, just learning how to win. And then obviously got to give Kenny Atkinson some love, right? Obviously first year head coach over there with them. He got them rolling, man. Some of their offensive sets is tough. He kind of trying to unlock Evan Mobley, which I kind of like. I love a big that's kind of versatile, can do a lot of things. So big shout out to them for sure. Mad you guys beat us twice already this season, but got to give respect where it's due, though.
Bobby, before we let you go, I know everybody saw this story when it happened, but somebody was foolish enough to break into your house. And what's happened with that? Anything?
Yeah, man. Obviously, really unfortunate situation as well. I was actually playing against the Cavs last Saturday, so it's not even been a week yet, man. So it's kind of crazy, especially in the world we're living in right now. You can be at work, at your job. I hate to say work, but we get paid every 2 weeks. So for me, it's work. I'm at the gym hooping Saturday against the Cavs.
That's work.
That's work, right?
Yeah,
so
that's work.
I'm at the gym hooping against the Cavs, come home, and then, some of my biggest, hard-earned belongings get took from you. So obviously me and the police cooperating with them. We're trying to get down to the nitty-gritty, but I'm confident and for sure that we'll get everything solved. Just an unfortunate situation, but I'm blessed, man. Small thing to a giant.
And you pick a house to break into, and it's Bobby Portis's. Bobby, as always, we appreciate the time, man. Thank you.
Sure. Good luck, rest of the way.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it, Bobby.
Yes, sir.